Hey guys, hey YouTube, it's Numistaka back with you again. And it's probably true that before every great grading results video, you need to have some interesting entries. So I guess it's time to start again and see what the cat dragged in to Numistaka for grading. And it's been interesting to see some new faces coming on board over the next few days. There should be quite a few interesting coins coming in for entry to NGC for grading. So, what do you guys think of the new Queen's Beast, the Plantagenet Falcon? Um, I think that it's been 50-50, I think, in terms of the design. Some people like it, some people don't like it. The one that I'm going to be buying myself is coming out in September, and that's the bullion version, which normally has a slightly different design and I think is certainly slightly better value for money as well in terms of premium. So this particular person, a Silver Forum member, has sent me over some items for grading, and there's also one item here for conservation as well. So there won't be any surprises for you guys. You'll have seen all these coins before on the channel. A lot of the coins that are sent for grading, people are looking at what other people are doing and they're sending the same kind of coins. Although in the UK, a little bit like you guys have Morgan dollars of every year and condition under the sun. Over in the UK, we do exactly the same thing with sovereigns. And I guess the only real difference is that every 5 minutes they uncover another 500,000 Morgan dollars in some hoard or other. And generally, no one has the luck to uncover 500,000 sovereigns in one go. Although there were quite a few found in a piano a couple of years ago, and that was quite a good find. So what have we got here? We've got a 1917 sovereign. We know it is not a Great Britain sovereign. You can just about see, if I do a little close up there, you can see, what can we see? We can see a letter C for Canada. So this is a 1917 Canadian sovereign. It's a very nice coin in its own right, and it's not the most common year of Canadian sovereign by any means. But if this was a Great Britain sovereign of 1917, it would be phenomenally expensive, probably something like $12,000 to $15,000 for each coin in that condition. So, one of my favourites coming up, blighted at the moment with red spot and requiring of restoration. This is the John Node designed sovereign, special year 2005. I think people generally laughed a bit when this first came out, if I remember, in 2005. Haha, you can't take this seriously, it's not a proper sovereign, Pistrucci had nothing to do with it. But actually, I think it's grown on most people over the years, and I've seen those do pretty well in terms of money and return. People are aiming for these special sovereigns, as I've said before on the channel. This one is 1861 Victorian Younghead Shieldback. When you look at the monarch side of one of these sovereigns, if it has a blank or a mint mark, it's got a St. George on the back. If you can ever see the date on the front, you know it's a Shieldback. So this one is not in amazing condition. It's probably XF45. What would you say about that? Here's a Jubilee Head Sovereign, 1892 Jubilee Head Sovereign. Quite a few of the years had pretty much, from around the world, every different type of head, sometimes in the same year. So 1892, you guys remind me, was there a veiled sovereign also in 1892? I think there probably was. Crown Collector will tell me I'm wrong, but nothing changes there. This one is rather interesting. This is a George the Fourth sovereign. with his bear head. There are two types of heads. There's the bear head with his flyaway hair, and then there's the, I think, slightly more dignified laureate head with the laurel leaves a la Roman style, which certainly for 1825 is a very, very much more expensive coin. The bear head in that year is much, much cheaper. Many more of them around. Nice coin, maybe a touch shiny. I don't know whether they'll decide that was polished. It might just about get away with it as a non-polished coin, that one. An 1885 sovereign. This one is not in great condition. It's got a lot of wear on the St George side. A lot of the braids on the hair are a little bit rubbed. It does have a little mint mark there, which is always fun to see. I do like a little mint mark. And this one is an S for Sydney. So this is an Australian sovereign, 1885, minted in Sydney. Looks like probably a 45, XF45 roughly. Maybe 50, might get a 50 or a 53 depending on how the grader feels about it. So that's all that was in this box, and over the next few days more sovereigns will arrive. I would have no doubt there'll be an interesting Her Majesty the Queen Mother £5 crown that I haven't seen before coming, and there's another whole lot of coins I would have thought coming for the next grading, which will be sometime in September.